Hi, Mike at Prime Habitat here again. We're just moving some of our new clients into a new home down in Summerland. This is a net zero house, one of the next of the new generation of net zero houses for us here at Prime Habitat. So obviously net zero, we have a solar system up on the roof. This is about a 2,000 square foot house. Main floor is the primary living space with 2.5 bedrooms up, so it has a small den. And what we've done with this house is we only have for a heating system, we only have one single Fujitsu heat pump mini split unit, which is located in the living room, which is just around the corner over there. I won't get into that much detail on the heating side of things. And then for heating, balancing out in all of the smaller utility rooms and sort of peripheral areas of the house, of course we have electric just to keep the temperature balanced in the home. But in essence, the Fujitsu does the majority of the heavy lifting for the heat system in the house. We're just actually in the mechanical room as we speak here. We just fired up the Zender unit yesterday. This is a Comfo 350, this particular unit here. And we've done a really simple mechanical room in this particular build. Our clients wanted something that's extremely low maintenance and something that's really simple to operate as well. The Zender helps us distribute the air throughout the house as well. Of course, it gives us fresh air. Being a HRV, it's got a high rate of heat recovery. This one here is about 90, I think this one's 94% efficient. So we get lots and lots of fresh air dedicated to all the bedrooms and to exhaust all the stale airs from the bathrooms and the laundry rooms and things like that. So that's the fresh air system that we have put in pretty much all of our builds now and all of our higher performance stuff. This, of course, one of the challenges with this house was with the primary larger volume of living space on the main floor. The heat pump unit that we have in the living room is the heater and the air conditioner. And what we wanted to avoid was installing 2 or 3 more air conditioning units on the upper floors. So we've actually installed a transfer duct system. And that's actually, if you look over here in the far end of the mechanical room behind the hot water tank, what we've done is we've plumbed in a low intake and a high intake from the living room, which is on the opposite side of this wall here. And we have a variable speed fan motor up here on the ceiling that's controlled by a rheostat on the wall in the mechanical room, so that we can adjust the flow rate moving air from the living room up to the 2 bedrooms upstairs. So in essence, we have just one simple air conditioner in the living room that takes care of the majority of the cooling space load for the house, and then the transfer duct just helps move that cold air up into the other bedrooms. So we're not adding a whole lot of complicated systems, keeps it really simple. It's a low cost system to install, doesn't take very much at all to put in. And once again, it keeps the operating system for the house really simple. We just have the HRV system, the one heat pump mini split unit, and the transfer duct that really controls all the airflow in the house. Of course, there's no bathroom fans because they're redundant with the HRV system here. And also for simplicity reasons, I know that the heat pump hot water tanks are a more efficient way to get heat from the air into your hot water to create that hot water. But we actually wanted to go with a super simple system in this house. So we went with just a basic electric hot water tank. And the rationale behind that was the fact that we already had a solar system going into the house. We were going to stick around the 8.5 kilowatt hour sort of range, but what we've done through our cost benefit analysis, we decided that it's just a little simpler to up the size of the solar system, just put a few extra panels on to make up for the inefficiency of this heat pump unit. And it was more cost effective to do that because the system was already in place than it was to do a heat pump hot water tank unit that's more complicated. It's another pump system that takes a little more maintenance. So keeping it electric and keeping it simple was kind of the main goal behind this house. So that's kind of our simplified mechanical room. We've got a net zero house here, our next one, 2019 for Prime Habitat, so we're super proud of it. And of course, all the components in the house are all electric, so it's got a induction stove, and this house is completely emissions free. So there we go, another good one.